I'm about to race across the entire state of Rhode Island, from the extreme northeastern corner to the extreme southwestern corner. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm currently at the star on the upper right corner of this map, and I want to get to the star on the lower left corner of this map. To do that, we're going to drive this route, taking the longest possible trip through the state of Rhode Island. But, first things first, we actually have to cross the border.
So officially right now, we're about 100 feet from the Rhode Island border. Right now, we're in the town of Rentham, Massachusetts. The town of Cumberland, Rhode Island is just up here where the yellow line ends. So we're gonna cross, and the actual transition is a change in the quality of the road and in the pavement. So here we see the difference in road, and we see the pavement change. This is Massachusetts. This is Rhode Island. And that means that our timer has started. Okay, welcome to the Diamond Hill Reservoir. This is Cumberland, Rhode Island. There's a lot of trees in the way right now, but I think we can get up to a clearing somewhere right around here. All right, we're in Cumberland, Rhode Island, here at the Diamond Hill Reservoir. Funnily enough, the two extreme points of our trip and of our challenge today, the Diamond Hill Reservoir up here in the town of Cumberland and the Watch Hill Lighthouse down in the town of Westerly, both have the word hill in them. And if all goes according to plan, those should only be about an hour and a half of a trip apart. Also, we are currently in Providence County, Rhode Island. That's the largest county in the state by both area and population. Up in this part of the state, you do run into a handful of town names that were originally derived from the Native Americans, such as this one that I'm putting on the screen now. Pasco. The A and the G are silent for some weird reason. That is a totally official town name here in Providence County. Also, a fun fact, the state rock of Rhode Island is officially Cumberlandite, which was originally found right here in the town that we're in now. Considering that I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible, I should probably start running a bit. All right, next stop, about halfway through the state, we're going to Kent County, Rhode Island. Okay, hi, welcome to Kent County, Rhode Island. It's the third largest county by area and second largest by population in the state. Specifically, we're in the town of Warwick, Rhode Island, and specifically at the Warwick Mall. Where we're going to play a fun game of how quickly can Dan find a Rhode Island souvenir at 11 a.m.
All right, so this next part is a lot of me mumbling into the microphone so I didn't annoy people as I got progressively more and more frustrated, so I'm just going to voice over what happened. I walked in thinking it would be super easy to find a Rhode Island souvenir. An anchor, a sailboat, something like that. And that was good, because the challenge timer didn't stop during this part, and there's no way that it would take me 15 minutes to find something. Right? I wandered around home decor for a bit and couldn't find anything. Went over to look at some greeting cards for a bit and couldn't find anything, and so then thought about going to look for a design on a shirt. Even though I found a lot of t-shirts, none of them had a design on them that would count as a Rhode Island souvenir. Around this time, it dawned on me that I might be in the wrong place, to the point where, 9 minutes in, I even said this.
The answer to how quickly can Dan find a Rhode Island souvenir in a Kohl's is apparently not that quick, probably partially because of the fact that this is a Kohl's.
But did 10 minutes of looking around the wrong type of store stop me? Did I cut my losses and go somewhere else? No, I kept looking. I wandered around some more, checked out a rack of towels, and even thought about trying to find some jewelry. But before I could, this happened.
Okay, so after probably 15 minutes of searching, we got some success. It's not an anchor, it's not a sailboat, but by all accounts, I'd say that does look like a rooster, or at the very least a chicken. And the state bird of Rhode Island is none other than the Rhode Island wren. Okay, I spent entirely too much time here trying to find a souvenir. I gotta get back to the car because I gotta get down to Watch Hill. Okay, made it. We got it. We found a rooster on a pair of swimming trunks. That took quite a while to do, but again, I'm gonna count that as a Rhode Island souvenir. It's a state bird after all, or some semblance of it. So, next stop, Washington County, Rhode Island, Watch Hill, the southwesternmost point in the mainland of the state. All right, welcome to Washington County, Rhode Island. We're about 3/4 of the way through our trip, distance-wise, down to Westerly and down to the Watch Hill Lighthouse. Now, because Washington County is the southernmost county in the state, it's commonly referred to as South County. And that actually leads to a bit of an interesting thing where we have roads like the South County Trail. We have businesses and establishments like South County Hospital, even though technically South County doesn't exist on a map. Okay, so we've made it down to Westerly, Rhode Island, the Watch Hill Lighthouse. It's about 1,000 feet down that road there. This sign basically amounts to, please don't drive, please walk. So looks like that I'll be walking down the final few thousand feet to the lighthouse to round out this trip. Let's do it. You know, it's completely possible we might run into Taylor Swift here. She has a house in Westerly. I can see it. I can see the Watch Hill Lighthouse right down there in the fog. The gate's open, so you can see it. There's the Watch Hill Lighthouse. Can I get up this way? Look at that. We're not there yet, though. We're almost to the southernmost point. Here we are. You can't get to the lighthouse itself, but you can get pretty close. This, right here, is the Watch Hill Lighthouse in Watch Hill, Rhode Island. That is the southernmost point in the entire state. And we got down here having traversed the entire state in 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 59 seconds. So fun fact, since we're at the southwesternmost point in the state of Rhode Island, we have Watch Hill Lighthouse right there. If you were to continue onward, you're going to run into Long Island Sound. Eventually, after you cross it, you're going to hit Montauk, New York. And after you cross Long Island, keep going that way, you're going to wind up right in the North Atlantic. As for me, I'm happy to keep my feet on dry land. Just look at what we got here in Watch Hill, Rhode Island. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so I can go traverse the entirety of other states in this country.